Son of Smile Room. Recall the Smile Room, a teleporting creature that disguises itself as an escape room. It moves from city to city in search of potential food sources, luring the unwary deeper into its stomach where they are forced to solve complicated puzzles in order to escape. If they fail to solve the puzzles it generates, the victims run the risk of starving to death. But those puzzles are solvable and escape is possible. Unless attacked, the Smile Room is a very passive creature. That changed recently due to the giant situation. One of the massive being's stomach parasites managed to escape from its corpse and head into the city. There, it came across a Smile Room and forced its way inside. Like all stomach parasites, this one began starving the Smile Room of all the resources it needed to survive, causing a rapid mutation in the Smile Room itself. Suddenly, all of its characteristics changed as the parasite infected more and more of the Smile Room. One of the more obvious changes was that its theme changed to a more horror-based escape room. More gore and more blood. Rather than decorations, these may actually be the Smile Room's own wounds. And another important change is that the puzzles don't end. There is no exit in this version of the Smile Room. The puzzles become more and more complex until eventually they are not solvable. Starvation and consumption will soon follow. The Smile Room also stopped manifesting an escape door in the city it currently inhabits. There is now only a single entrance, and rather than the usual unassuming appearance of a door, that entrance is now decorated with teeth. Oversized human-looking teeth, set in a sideways smile. The walls where the Smile Room appears also take damage, and appear to be cracking and breaking apart. This damage does not disappear with the Smile Room's departure, and is somehow enough to cause structural damage to the building itself. Whatever the Smile Room did in the past to ensure it left its dwelling places intact no longer applies. There is now a tendency to disguise the entrance as a normal door. From house doors to store entrances, even the glass door to an office building has turned out to be a hidden entrance to the Smile Room. The first room still resembles the first incarnation of the Smile Room, a normal-looking entrance with all the same rules posted, even if those rules are now a lie. The door also vanishes behind anyone who enters, as the Smile Room immediately transports them deep into its stomach. That entrance room is no longer located at the start of the escape room, but somewhere in the middle. Some hope does remain though. The Smile Room still has the entrance, and it has been discovered that in addition to opening the door to the next room, solving puzzles will also open the door to the previous room. When caught, a victim needs to go in reverse, solving puzzles to return to the entrance rather than seeking a non-existent exit. At this point, the room is a touch rabid, so as long as damage isn't done to the walls, people can edge their way out through the entrance. It's just a matter of realizing that the option of moving in reverse is available, because every room in the Smile Room appears to be designed for forward motion. The entrance is hidden and the exit is very obvious. The same thing happens when you attack the walls. Both doors will lock and the room will collapse on itself, crushing the victim to death inside. There does appear to be a threshold to how much damage must be inflicted to trigger this response, because survivors who have made their way out the entrance have admitted to tearing off and eating the newly grown flesh from the walls to avoid starving to death. Peeling off the living flesh made the walls shake dangerously, but the room didn't crush them. They did all get deathly ill soon after leaving though. Each of the survivors had to have their stomachs pumped and were administered strong doses of antibiotics. Whatever they ate certainly didn't agree with them and carried a dangerous bacterial infection. After discovering the current location of the Smile Room, there was no choice but to divert what few agents weren't dealing with the giant situation to handle this new threat. Equipped with flamethrowers, they set the entrance to the Smile Room on fire. The entrance made a horrible, human-sounding scream and promptly vanished. But that was only the first part of the agents' plan. They ran a social media contest that offered a large cash prize to the first person to take a photo of the Smile Room and tag the location. The prize was big enough to attract a lot of attention, and would be forfeit if the winner actually entered the Smile Room. Within a day, the new location had been discovered, and the agents made their way there with all haste. The winners were paid off, and the Smile Room was set ablaze, forcing it to respawn further away. The cycle repeated several times until the room stopped appearing. It is assumed that the room wasn't killed, but had to stop manifesting an entrance in order to heal the damage the agents had inflicted upon what passes for its mouth. A temporary solution, but enough to buy the agency some time to finish dealing with the giant situation. The new mutation to the Smile Room can be studied in more depth later, and hopefully a solution to contain or eliminate it can be found.